I was absolutely bricking it. I can't lie to you.
Do you know what? You was like an annoying little brother, I'm not gonna lie.
If you get on that show, how can you make it different from what you've already watched?
I was bricks. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
I bumped into you. I was on my way to get a McDonald's. I think you were on the way back.
Hello! I'm alright, are you?
There's no way I'd be able to live with my life if I couldn't get a slinky on my head.
Again, got another contestant. Introduce yourself to, well, I don't know, whoever's watching this podcast.
Whoever wants to watch it. I'm Nancy, and I am one of the contestants on 99 and I'm from Hertfordshire. I've got 3 children and a French bulldog who I'm hoping is going to behave during the podcast. If you hear snorting or some weird noises, it's not me. I promise you it's the dog.
So my first question is usually something about the show, but my first question is, how did I manage to scare you? It was probably about 60 times over the course of a week.
Do you know what? You was like an annoying little brother, I'm not going to lie. Every time you walk behind me, you was either tapping me on the shoulder and I'm like, who's there? Or you was like throwing something at me. And yeah, you scared me a lot.
But I thought after about 17 times, you kind of expect it every time. Will, stop! Little shit!
Do you know what it was? I was on edge the whole time. I think my anxiety levels, I was, oh my God, the anxiety that show gave me, as much as I loved it, it was intense, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm trying to think back, because I can remember you screaming Marshall all the time. That was the...
My really bad voice, because I lost my voice, didn't I? Because I had a really bad chest infection part way through, and all you could hear was
What place did you come then eventually?
Am I allowed to reveal?
Yeah, because I'll release it after you've been out.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. So I actually got to the final. Did you know that?
Well, I knew you got far, but
yeah, I came 5th.
5th?
Yeah, I can't believe it either. Honestly, it's just mad. And it was really weird because when I was eliminated, I wasn't emotional, I wasn't upset. I had this huge sense of relief I can't even describe. I was so happy to get as far as I did. I never thought in a million years I'd get that far. So to come out in 5th place, I was buzzing. I was so happy. And I physically felt my shoulders drop because I knew that I didn't have to go through that ordeal anymore.
So what challenge did you go out on? As in, what was the game?
It was like a dog agility course. And I had a hairdryer with a ping pong ball. And the air was blowing the ball in the air and you had to keep it in the air and zigzag in and out of cones and go underneath things. And then you had to get the ball through these big rings. And of course, every time it just dropped to the floor and then had to run back and restart again. And that particular challenge, for some reason, there was loads of technical faults and the lighting kept going on and off and they had to keep restarting it. So I was already anxious as it was without all of that going on. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. And yeah, it got the better of me. And yeah, unfortunately, that was it for me.
So who did you think were going to win it after that? Who was left then? Oh, we can't reveal that actually. Oh no, this will be out after the final. We can say.
Yeah. So oh God, you know what? I don't even So it was Donkey, Joan, because it was between me and Joan. That challenge. I think it was us who were the last 2. Caitlin, Will, and that'll
have been it, won't it? If you were 5th.
Yeah, that's it. Of course it is. Yeah.
So you turned up, obviously. Well, everyone turned up. What was your initial thoughts of it? Because I've had a ton of different answers here, so it's interesting to kind of see.
Do you know what? It was a lot. Like, I absolutely loved the whole experience. It was amazing. The cameras didn't faze me in the sense that you forgot about the fact that you were being recorded and you're just totally, you know, in that moment trying to get through. But the intensity of like the sound of the drones buzzing above your head and that klaxon, oh my God, it was so intense. I don't think I've felt stressed like that before. I mean,
Really?
yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought because it was so stressful. And to watch it, it probably looks so easy and straightforward, and people will probably think, what's the big deal? But I think when you're in that environment and you're trying to get through, you don't want to get eliminated. It is like the adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found it really stressful.
My favourite bit was that first klaxon. You know, because you didn't know what were coming in, and then that was it. But with a blindfold on as well. So all like that. I've not bought this for the sake of it. I've had this on like just before because I've been trying to get some sleep. But imagine being like that. And
yeah, and actually, I wasn't convinced that it was time to go. I didn't know if it was some sort of test or I don't know. And all of a sudden,
fire alarm going off, isn't it?
I could hear the balls bouncing, and I could hear people running, and I was like, oh my God. And I just remember knees sliding across the floor. I had the biggest bruises on my knees, and that was sheer panic, that was.
So what did you what I was going to say, what was your strategy for that? Did you just kind of not have one?
Do you know what? It wasn't until the game started that I realised how hard it was going to be, because you're so caught up in the adrenaline and the moment and everything that's going on around you. Oh, I remember just panicking so much, and I couldn't find the ball straight away. And I just, in my head, I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to be the first one out. And that just made me 10 times worse. But yeah, it was, I think after that first game, if anything, it made me feel even more anxious.
What about bouncing a slinky on your head?
See, even now, I struggled with that. And I think you've got people next to you. So I think I had Bella next to me, and she did it pretty quickly. And when you see people doing it and they're all going out and you're still trying to get this bloody slinky on your head, it's that panic setting in again, because you're thinking, am I going to be able to do this? Because when you're rushing and you're trying to do it, you do panic so much.
One thing I kept doing was, in the challenge, I'd always be at the front, so it's be on camera. So. But I'd do the challenge, but look round at everyone else.
It
chills you out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it chills you out. I'm looking around thinking, oh my God, there's not many people left. I need to get a move on. You were super chill, actually. You were chill the whole way.
People said that.
Did you feel that inside?
I wasn't stressed. I was just. But I don't really feel emotion. I know it sounds bad, but like I'm just kind of like on a level all the time.
Yeah, I could tell that you were really chill. I mean, that feeling of getting through the challenge was the opposite. It was like pure elation. We were still like jumping on top of each other and screaming, and people were crying. It was like such a sense of relief. Did you feel that at all?
No. I didn't actually. I don't know. It was funny. I thought I'll say this honestly. I thought I was going to win it genuinely, but I always think that. So it's kind of. But then that T-shirt challenge messed me up.
Oh God, the T-shirt challenge, because I struggled a bit in that as well.
Yeah.
But you were hiding the T-shirts, weren't you?
Of course. So everyone keeps bringing this up like it's a bad thing. I said it. In fact, I think Bella came on and said, I think I'd heard you were hiding T-shirts. And I said, so I admitted it on the interview afterwards. I was like, I was hiding everyone's T-shirt.
It's a strategy. I wasn't hiding T-shirts, but I was finding T-shirts and putting them back down again. And a couple of people had mentioned it afterwards. And I said, look, when you're going into these challenges, you don't know what you're going to do. And at the end of the day, it is a competition and you're in it to win it. So, you know, you do what you can do to get through, and it's not personal at all. So, you know, I don't hold any judgment towards you whatsoever for doing that. It's part of the game.
I knew exactly what I was going to do. I even said to Stephen next to me, if I find yours, I'll give it you, and if you do the same thing. And then I found his and hid his as well.
Yeah.
So,
I said to Bella and Bianca and a couple of the others that were stood next to us in the circle, we'd all had an agreement that if we found each other's t-shirts, then obviously we'd give them to each other. But otherwise, no, because otherwise you're going to waste so much time. You're not going to find your t-shirt.
I think I had agreements with a few people, mate, that wouldn't have been followed up on.
Yeah.
Like I was agreeing to things all the way through. I was telling, like, that llama. I told someone it was like 600 kilograms.
Oh my God! So you're like sabotaging it then?
Yes, and which it probably did backfire in the end, to be fair. But as well, every friend I made left, so
yeah,
it was like as much as I was kind of trying to, like you said, sabotage everyone. I was losing all my alliances, so that didn't help. That everyone got knocked out, and then that t-shirt one did me. The Frozen t-shirt one though, that was decent.
Yeah, that was good. I looked like a crazy person smashing the t-shirt on the floor, again, out of sheer panic, because you expect it to go one way. You think, oh, this is going to be easy. It's a Frozen t-shirt. But actually, you needed to really whack it to get it to fall out.
It was like deeply frozen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a block of ice you smash. It was...
No. And then, you've got to try not to rip it as well. And my hands were shaking so much as well.
I was kind of folding it over though, to like get the, and then from the like the head or the arms or whatever, I was like stretching.
Yeah. And I don't think you're gonna with the games. It's all very well having strategies, but until you're doing it, you don't know how it's all going to unfold. It's just, Excuse me.
No, that's it. Like, everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face. That obviously they're not going to do in that. But like, that obviously Mike Tyson said that. What was your favourite game out of all? That was the most easy one.
The llamas. It was just, I needed that after a few stressful games, just to be chill, take my time, think about it. But that was only because it was like a nice chilled one. Favourite game? Oh my God. I don't know. What was yours?
I don't know, This is hard to look back. I quite like that pin one where you had to, when you have to put up the 11...
The screws, the
screws,
nails or whatever. I was the first one out, that one.
Yeah, was that the one you did really quick? I
did it super fast. Don't ask me how I did it.
I remember that. Because I was there trying to do it like 5 seconds in. Marshall, I just heard it. I was like...
I don't know how I did it. I come first in a few of them actually, but then I came to the bottom 2 as well quite a lot. So I don't know if you'd have left by then, but oh my God, I was in the bottom 2 so many times. I don't know how I kept getting through.
I remember the tape measure one. Did you do that one quite quickly as well?
No.
How long did that take?
I definitely wasn't quick because I didn't have anyone either side of me when I was still trying to do it. Yeah. And even when I did do it, I weren't convinced it was in the lines, and I was waiting for the old thumbs up. And that feeling when you get the thumbs up, I just remember running and jumping on top of people.
It takes it. You know what? When people mention certain things, obviously you did. When was it? July. And then you go back to normal life for a bit, don't you?
Yeah.
And then kind of now it's come about again, and you've heard that, like the adverts and stuff. It takes it back. There's like there's only 100 people that understand the feeling of being on that show.
Yeah, it's really hard to describe to people that feeling. Oh my God, it's just so intense. And even if I'm watching a TV program and there's been a couple of times where I've seen drones and I've heard that buzzing sound, it literally takes me back to that studio and I can feel that anxiety in my chest.
No, I just loved it. That entire, because even it was during the summer, wasn't it? It was in Reading. And like just like the Hilton Hotel. Did you move your hotels at all, or did you say Hilton?
They asked me to, and I said no. And it was only because at the time I was so unwell, and I even thought about going home because I felt so rough.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they cut me out of that whole section because I would have looked horrendous and sounded horrendous. I was coughing the whole time. But I was like, please don't move me. I can't.
I didn't help, did I, with like scaring you and stuff?
Oh, that was funny. It was funny.
So let's go into what you do then. You've got a book that's come out.
I have. So the book actually came out a couple of years ago. But the book is pretty much about all of my embarrassing moments. I'm quite an accident-prone person, and I've been in a lot of situations where embarrassing things have happened to me, which is actually good in a way because it's in terms of the show and what they're going to show on the TV. Like, I'm used to making a fool of myself. That bit doesn't bother me. I don't mind if people want to laugh at me. I laugh at myself. And the book's very much about laughing at myself. So yeah.
So what stories are in there? You've got to tell a few.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, probably one of the ones that really stand out has got to be the camel story. So I used to work on a camel ranch when I was backpacking in Australia. So I've done a lot of traveling, and I mean, I absolutely hated the job with a passion. The camels just did not like me. Whenever I used to shout a command at the camels, because I've got quite a high voice, they would just look at me and go, yeah, okay, whatever. And I remember walking this train of camels down to Cable Beach, which is where people would go for the camel ride. And there's 16 camels in a row. And the heat was like so intense as well, in Broome in Australia. So it's like really, really, really hot. And I'm leading these camels down to the beach. And normally you'd have someone at the front and someone at the back. But on this occasion, it was just me at the front. And I'm walking along and, you know, in a world of my own. And you get to the signpost and you're meant to give it a big wide berth, like you're turning a corner in a lorry, I suppose. So you give it plenty of room. And I just wasn't thinking. And I just turned this signpost, carried on walking. And I felt this big tug. And I was like, oh my God, I've looked behind and there's 16 camels just piled on top of each other. It was just carnage. Like the line had come apart on some of them and they were like wandering up the road. I was just stood there like, oh my God, what am I going to do? There's just camels everywhere. And needless to say, I got fired from that job.
Really?
Yeah. I got fired for taming up the camels. I don't blame them, to be honest.
I wish I'd seen that. Is there no like CCTV footage or anything? I'll buy it.
I hope there isn't, but honestly, that's one of so many stories. There's so many things that have happened. It always happens to me, always. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some moments on the TV as well.
Were the camels not aggressive?
Yeah, there was one.
I've seen camels like flip and like start running around.
Yeah, they can be. One of them, he used to be muzzled. He was at the front. His name was Garn, and he did not like me. And there was a time when, so you sit the camels down on the beach, you sit one down, push the rest of the line back, sit the next one down, push the rest of the line back, and you just keep doing it until you've got them all sat down. You'd get to camel number 10 and they'd all stand back up again, so you'd have to go and start at the beginning. And they just used to wind me up. And this particular camel, I remember trying to get him to sit down, and I think I dropped my phone or something on the floor, and I bent down to pick it up, and he headbutted me so hard I fell to the floor. But I was so dazed, I didn't realise what had happened. So I'd gone back down again to get my phone, and he headbutted me again and knocked me flying. But yeah, he'd wait for me to come close and have a go at me. He just didn't like me.
Can I get a job in a bar or something where you're not getting headbutted by camels?
I've had a job in a bar. I've worked in bars before. I worked in a bar in Port Douglas in Australia, actually, that Bill Clinton came into for a drink.
Bill Clinton came in for a drink?
Clinton came in for a drink, yeah.
When was that? Was that when he was president?
No, he wasn't. I'll tell you how I know. It was right by the time of September 11th. So
really?
That's going back a long time ago now, I know.
Yeah.
That's when I was
24 years.
Yeah. So, but I remember him having to suddenly leave, and there was a big convoy. So,
what? It was the exact same time.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Is that in the book?
I can't remember. It's been that long since I've read my own book. It probably is, because
You've got to make some kind of sum out of that. That's iconic. That.
Yeah, there's a few iconic moments in there. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. I mean, things like exposing myself in public, being completely naked, not on purpose. But in Australia, again, there was a couple of incidents actually, but the one that I particularly remember is I was in a shower and
a couple of incidents.
there was literally a couple of shower instances, and I was in this shower. It's a communal shower in backpackers, and I was in the middle of showering, and I've looked up and there was a huntsman spider, and I don't know if you've ever seen huntsmen, but they are ginormous. They are massive spiders. It was right above my head. And I just freaked out and ran out of the shower completely naked. And obviously everyone had to come up with their towels and sort me out, wrap me up. But I didn't know at the time that the spider's harmless, like that it can't hurt you. It could bite you, but like, it couldn't do any damage.
I like spiders though. I think they're all right.
Well, when you're in Australia, most of the spiders can kill you with one bite.
They can't. That's a myth. They couldn't kill me. They could kill ordinary people.
You're not ordinary.
So where else have you gone to? Where else have you travelled?
I worked in Goa in India for a few months as a
Really?
holiday rep. Yeah. I worked in Gran Canaria as a holiday rep and also in the Dominican Republic. So I've worked in
Dominican.
quite a bit. Yeah.
I want to go there at some point. That's the one. It borders with Haiti, doesn't it? Did you go over the border?
Yeah.
Did you get there?
No, I didn't actually. Didn't get a chance to.
I want to go there at some point. It's mad. It's over there. There's like proper. It's kicking off all the time. So.
Yeah, I mean, you like putting yourself in the middle of it, don't you?
Well, I don't know really. I'm back out in Ukraine in just under 2 weeks. So.
No way.
Yeah. But I'm going to Kyiv, which I've obviously been before. That's the capital, and then I'm going to Kharkiv, which is like further east and like near the border with Russia and like so.
Do you not get scared?
Not really. I don't know. People ask me this. I don't. I know that I'm not like oblivious to it, but I'm not. I'm just kind of. Once you're there, you're not, because it's like, I'm not being funny. I witnessed a missile come down. Like.
Oh, stop! Oh my god!
Did you not see the video?
I mean, I've seen quite a few of your videos in Ukraine, but I don't recall that one. Oh my god!
Missile came. The footage starts literally like a second, and you hear the air raid. Like, but I was in a petrol station, and it was 5 a.m. Just got there, and I just heard shh, and then you hear the explosion.
Oh, send me the video. I want to see.
I will. And then I'm just outside with 2 like employees from the petrol station. And they're saying like, this is bad, you need to get shelter. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to find my hotel, to be honest. I want to get a bed. So,
oh my god.
Honestly, they were mental.
Wow.
But it's funny, even like, I want to do more stuff like you've done, you know, like India, and because I've never left Europe. As much as I've done a lot of countries, I've never been out of Europe.
Yeah.
So I need to go out and do something like that. But I spoke to a lot of people from 99, and a load of them have travelled. They're all characters, aren't they? That everyone there was a character. Who stood out to you when you first got there? Who stood out to you the most?
I remember seeing Ash with his big hair.
Yeah.
And he was a strong character. I love Ash. Oh my god! And of course, Bella. She was a huge character and become a really good friend. As same as Bianca. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think everyone was a big character in their own way. Everyone bought something, didn't they?
Yeah, no, I thought that. Because when I first got there, everyone's obviously in the Hilton. At first, now everyone went to McDonald's, didn't they?
Yes. Oh, we had the McDonald's crew, didn't we?
Yeah. I didn't go because I thought that I eventually came up with someone else, but I thought that when the text said 7 o'clock, I thought it was 7 that night. So I was like waiting for that, and then obviously it didn't happen, and it was 7 in the morning, wasn't it? The what? It cut out then.
I mean, we spent a lot of time in McDonald's.
I did. Every night it was bad. Because it was the time them double Big Macs were about, and I can assure you I probably ate every single one in that Reading McDonald's. The breakfast in the morning though, they were every morning I probably had about 17 sausages and rashers of bacon, and honestly.
The breakfasts were good. Yeah, the lunches and dinners, I think a few people weren't that impressed. I just ate what I was given, to be fair. I'll eat anything, me.
Yeah, no, it was. But the first challenge was the thing you wanted. What was the second one? Because I forgot. what it was.
Where was the piggy bank? Was that? Oh no, the can. Was the can the next one?
Was it the can? Yeah, because it was on that advert this morning.
Yes.
They've advertised all of them. That can, how did you do that? How did you do with that?
I did all right. I didn't realise because mine was spinning. It was balancing, but it was spinning. And I wasn't sure if they were going to let me have that or not. And I tried my luck and they gave me the thumbs up. So I'm glad, you know, I called out for the marshal because otherwise I'd have been there all day.
No, that was good. So do you think there'll be, with the characters, I've asked these questions, like, not everyone, but it's like I've asked it to a few people. Do you think there'll be heroes and villains?
I just
And if
hope
you do,
that I'm
you've
not
got
one
to
of the
name some
villains.
people.
I think there will be. I think it's going to be edited in such a way that characters are going to stand out for different reasons. I think you'll be a character that stands out as like the super chill guy. And I know the brothers loved you as well. And I think that's
Really?
100%. You could tell.
Well, they came down afterwards. You know, when I got knocked out, they're sounded. They are the soundest people. I wouldn't just say this. Yeah. I was chatting to them backstage. I was just laughing my head off.
They are absolutely lovely and they're hilarious. I was gutted because they didn't come down for me when I was eliminated.
Really?
I was so upset. I was like, why have they not come down to see?
How many people? Because I was the first person that they came down. So obviously when they came down, they'd never come down before. So I didn't know. I thought like what they did. I thought because I looked everywhere for that T-shirt, and then they came down. I thought it was like a curveball, and they were going to say your T-shirt wasn't there. But you know, something to do because they'd never come down before.
I think they came down because at the time I think you were their favourite.
So I've heard this. I've been told I was like the favourite off from people, but I don't know. I didn't really listen, but I got told I was.
Like when you got up with your number when you'd been eliminated, and you come with your sunglasses, and they were really laughing, and they really did cheer you. You can tell they really did like you.
I can't wait to see it, mate. I proper can't. Like it was.
I'm so excited. I'm buzzing for it. I really am. I'm a little bit nervous because you just don't know what they're going to show. I mean, I'm hoping it would just. I mean, I'm absolutely fine with looking silly, as I said. I don't care as long as I don't say anything that's going to offend anyone. That's the only thing I worry about. Because I am a nice person and I would never want to upset anyone. But when you're in that environment and you're chat, you don't know what you've said. Do you know what I mean?
I can think of a few things. Look, I would have been the most hated man on TV. I just think it would. Like I was going out my way just to. No, I wasn't even going out my way. I think it just came naturally. In all fairness. But do you think you'll come across well? How do you think you'll be perceived by the public?
I hope I'll come across well because I was completely myself, and I like to think that I am, you know, a nice, positive, happy person. So I was completely and utterly myself because I don't think you can be anything other because you do forget that the cameras are there and you're just chatting to your mates, and even when you're in a challenge that you're oblivious to the cameras because you're so focused on what you're doing. So I really hope I come across all right. How do you think I'll come across?
Well, I think you'll come across well.
Oh, thanks. You're going to say that though, aren't you?
No, I do. Yeah, I think I don't know. Because obviously, like you said, you're just concentrating on.
Yeah.
The other thing is, there's 100 people. The amount of people I've like followed me on Instagram or whatever afterwards, and I thought, why didn't I speak to them? But you ain't got a chance. This
is it. Yeah, and I mean, I suppose one of the things that worries me is I know in my friendship circle I'm a really big character. On that show, there's huge characters, so maybe that will make me look a bit watered down. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah. But how many interviews did you do?
As it went on, because at the beginning I wasn't mic'd up, probably for the first half, and I thought like, you know, maybe they just don't want to speak to me. But then as the time went on, there was more and more interviews because obviously it was a whittling down. And then I did do a few of the reality shots where you're chatting in the background. So
yeah, I did one of them.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Because the thing is, it makes you kind of you can't have a natural conversation when you know the cameras.
That's
so,
the
like,
only thing. Yeah.
I was trying to think of controversial things to say, like it. Just to, I don't know. I just like throwing grenades and running off. Do you know?
Yeah, I can tell. But that'll make good TV, won't it?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think that's just for me. It was a game to me. It was a like. I'm not gonna. I was fuming when I got knocked out. Like I know I didn't. I was just like laughing and whatever. I got back to my hotel room. I just sat there like that. Just staring at the wall. I was like, when you just with myself. Like I was absolutely hating myself for for a good week after that. I just thought, how can you not find a team? I was fuming because obviously I'm not like I was giving it the big one on the interviews, but I did anyway. Like because even if I was thinking if I proper be arrogant about it, and then I got knocked out, then it's even funnier. So, but I thought I was gonna. I thought I'd get to the 10th or something at least. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was buzzing when you were still in because I texted you, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then you were like, I can't believe I'm still in. Whatever. So, but yeah.
I can't believe how far I got.
No, I don't. It's funny. There was a lot of people you'd think would get far that didn't.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people that who was the most unexpected one that got so far?
Me.
You think?
Oh God, I don't know. I suppose. Well, I don't know because it was one of them things where anyone could win, and a lot of it was luck. I think.
No, well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially with the team games, I think you were really in a situation where you had no control because you had to rely on each other, and if your team's out, it's out. So I did feel sorry for people going out on the team games.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm glad I could go out on my own shield. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
So who are you going to watch it with then? Saturday night?
So I've got some of the family coming over and the kids are so excited to see me on the telly. So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to see me straight away because there's so many of us, but hopefully at some point they'll get to see
yeah,
me.
Definitely. If you got to 5th, you'll be.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
No, I can't wait. I still don't know what I'm going to watch it, mate, actually, because it's I want to meet up with Kieran or someone like that.
Yeah.
I'll see what he's doing. But I feel like we should have all met up for like the first episode or something like that. If we could all have been there, that'd have been.
There was a lot of talk about it, but it never materialised.
You gotta get 100 people.
Sorry?
No, I was saying getting 100 people together is just.
This is it. And I think lots of people wanted to watch it with their families as well, didn't they? So.
Yeah, no, it'll be brilliant. I can't wait. If you release another book, you need to come back on. Just let me know. And in fact, yeah. Where is it? It's still for sale on Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, it is on Amazon, but you can also get it on brigand.london. There, you can see that. Brigand.
Yeah.
Brigand.london. Also, I've got my own website now, Nancy Noodles. No, it's not. Nancy Pearce even. Noodles is my nickname. That's what I normally use. It's nancypearce.co.uk, and you can order a book off the website as well. And there's a little bit more about me on the website. So
I never bought one, so I might have to at some point. Just remind me at some point, and I'll buy one. I won't read it. I'll be honest. I buy books and never read them.
Do you know what? It's quite a quick read. Everyone says they read it quite quickly. It's just light-hearted, real easy read. So I'll send you a signed copy. Oh,
thanks. I can't wait, to be honest, to read about you smashing camels through the road or whatever you did. But yeah, 99 to beat out. So I don't know why I'm advertising it because this is coming out in weeks to come. I'm just. Yeah, 99 to beat. Go and check out Nancy's book. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Will. It's been so much fun chatting with you and reminiscing.
No worries.
Oh, thank you.